Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Blade TV. A few quick notes before we actually get into the main video. First of all, I think I'm going to change this series temporarily to a bi-weekly series. I'll have more details on why in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, there'll be a video every other week. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, when sharpening knives, especially trainers, make sure that it's legal to own a real knife version of that wherever you live. Because sharpening a trainer may be considered converting it into a weapon where you live, so just make sure that you're doing the legal stuff there. Anyway, let's get started. Hey guys, so maybe you have some old pocket knives that you've had for a couple years and they're starting to get dull now. Well, in this video I'm going to show you the multiple different ways you can sharpen them, including what I consider to be the fastest and easiest way. This right here is a pretty cheap knife. It's one of the oldest ones I still own. And as you can see, it's not in very good shape. It even has some trouble cutting just simple paper. So should I just throw it away? Probably, but today we're going to try to get just a little bit more life out of it. We're going to talk about quite a few ways to sharpen today, but one of the most common tools you'll see is one of these. It's called a honing steel or sharpening steel, sharpening stick, whatever. It's pretty simple to use, but does take quite a bit of work. To use one of these, simply just align the sharp part of your blade with the steel, and at a shallow angle, drag the edge of your knife across the steel like so. There are some fairly big disadvantages to this style. Mainly the fact that you can only sharpen one side, so you have to do this entire process twice. The angles are kind of strict, and it does take a bit more time than some of the other methods. While it works great for touch-ups, I wouldn't really suggest using it for knives that have gotten really dull, or even trainer knives. Since you have to sharpen both sides manually and it's kind of slow, you'll end up spending quite a bit of time using this. Another popular style of sharpeners is something like this. This is a handheld sharpener. You have two small triangular shaped bits for sharpening, often made of carbide, ceramic, or even metal. All you have to do is just simply pull the knife through those two triangles and it will easily just sharpen the blade for you. This is an example of one of the larger ones. They have smaller ones and they even have some pocket-sized ones too, where they're pretty cool. The large size and the fact that it has a handle means it's great for sharpening larger knives. Your fingers are out of the way and you have a lot of room to work with. It is a bit on the bulky side though. Another disadvantage is, if you're a fan of karambits or other hawkbill style knives, you will find they are fairly hard to sharpen with a design like this. You can't really get the right pressure or angle to make the sharpener effective. And now for one of the older and more advanced ways to sharpen your knife, a sharpening stone. This is by far the method I have the least amount of experience in. I have a prop here because I can't actually find my sharpening stone, and you run your blade across it in order to sharpen it. Just like with the sharpening steel, you'll have to sharpen each side manually, and you'll want to keep a shallow angle. The actual way you drag the knife is a bit more complex than I can actually show in this prop, unfortunately. I'll have to make a follow-up video on that later. And these stones often have two sides. One is rough and one is a little bit more smooth. For the smooth side, you often have to use a little bit of oil, but that's not always required on the rough side. In short, while this is one of the most flexible ways to sharpen your knife, and it's one of the ones that more professional people use, it's not the easiest for beginners. So if you are just getting started and you want something convenient, flexible, and portable, this is what I suggest. The Accusharp 001 Knife Sharpener. This is pretty much a redesigned, more compact version of the hand sharpener. As you can see, it's much smaller and still has a finger guard so you don't have to worry about getting your fingers cut, and it works better on a wider variety of knives. The operation is a little bit different too. This time you have to sharpen your knife with the blade up. That may seem a little bit dangerous, but all your fingers are protected, and you can even use your thumb on the dedicated thumb rest to apply extra pressure to the knife for better sharpening. Sharpening hawkbill style blades is a breeze with a sharpener like this. And just after a few swipes I'm already seeing metal shavings from the knife, so it's clearly getting much sharper. And it works fine on normal knives too. Let's give this 10-year-old cheap knife a little bit of a sharpening, and see how much better it cuts after that. Alright, I gave it just a quick touch-up, just a few little swipes on a knife sharpener. I can see a bit of an edge forming, so let's give it another try. Ooh, that sounded so much better. Not only did it effortlessly cut through the paper, but it also made a much cleaner cut as well. Sharpening the knife even just a little bit with this sharpener made a huge difference. Alright, well that's the main ways of discussing this video. Do you have a different way you sharpen your knives? What's your favorite way of sharpening a knife? Go ahead and post that down in the comments, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like. If you want to see more knife videos, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks with a new video. Bye.